Ladies and gentlemen, please let's welcome Mariana Price. I like your name, by the way, Mariana. Mariana Price.
Thank you very much. Yes, I'm Mariana Price. I'm from South Africa. I work very wide with Moringa, and I started a journey with Moringa that is very interesting. Jeanette, you can share my, it's all about Moringa, Shine Africa, and Moringa Celebration Day. You can share my clips, please. First page. Thank you, Jeanette. Let's just wait for her to bring it online. But while she does that, I can so long have start talking. It's a very interesting journey. Shine Africa is a great God-sent mission and a story. It was in a discovering and a mission through my journey, a journey where I started to build knowledge through all my efforts, teaching and awareness. And it was a teaching and awareness campaign. And I focus on the knowledge and of my journey of everything Moringa. Whatever I do is Moringa. That's why they call me Mama Moringa, Mariana Moringa, Shine Africa Moringa. Everything is just repeating Moringa all the time. I live and eat Moringa, and you won't believe it. I actually live in an area, it's so sad, because Moringa doesn't grow easy where I live. I get very bad frost, and it is sad, very, very, very sad that I do not have the privilege to grow it easy. But through all the challenges and faith, I am growing Moringa. A small scale. I've even got a little fairy garden. I've got big trees. They are just all coming out alive again after a very bad winter. But I'm very excited. Jeanette, can you share my screen there? Jeanette? Hello? Can you all hear me?
We can hear you.
Yes, just hold on to
ask
seconds. I'm getting
ask
this
Jeanette to share
together.
my screen, please. She's just busy with that.
Yeah. Share screen. Okay.
PowerPoint, yeah. In my past years, I was very successful in my career. I was in sales, and I was also a wholesale area manager for Elna sewing machines. After that, I was running a huge printing business with export of labels and stickers for my father. And then after that, I started my own business. It was interior designer business. And during that time, I actually started supplying over 200 shops in South Africa with a curtain draping bracket that we also exported to Australia. I learned a lot about export. I learned a lot about wholesale, retail, and although that I worked with Elna sewing machines, also in wholesale and retail. So my knowledge on that and product development is very strong. I studied also food and clothing technology, and it was very interesting because I also did fashion design, and I did marketing, and I studied a lot of directions. And through my whole career, success has always followed me, and I was very fortunate. I grew up with winning competitions, but it was every time when I was working on things, and the world was always opening up to me, and I was connected globally from a very young age, but not just to travel or anything, although that I traveled a lot. I can clearly say how my life collected the dots, and after every dot, I understood my journey. And about 11 years ago, after I was a poultry, a very successful 185,000 broilers every cycle. And we did well. It was a good journey for me. So now I understand feedlots, feed production. You see how the dots were connected every single time in my life. Then when I got divorced, I said, I don't want to farm with the chickens anymore. I would rather want to turn. Jeanette, have you got my thing on? Oh, you've got it there. Go for me to the very first screen, please. The very first one.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yes.
And as life proceeded, when I actually, can you go out of with the on the left hand side? Just do it on a slideshow. Can you go to the slideshow?
I'm trying to
When you
work
can-
out where I can get. Oh, that might be it here. Hang on. I have.
On the
Oh,
left
there
top.
we go. Got it.
Left top. You'll find it on the left top. Sorry, guys.
I've got it now.
Yes.
should
So
be
what
showing.
happened? It's okay. Don't stress about it. I'll take it
I've
as
just
is.
changed it. It's taking time to come over.
All good. Thank you. I'll go ahead. So what happened is this dot story is like, it's connecting the dots all the time. When I got divorced 11 years ago, I decided to turn to the soil and nature. And I said to myself, I prayed about it and I said, I really, really want to do something for humanity, but I want to understand life in the soil. And I started planting lavender, mint, and a lot of herbs. I started planting on the farm, but not commercially, just in the garden. And I started to learn, understand it. And it is amazing how I've grown from there. I developed a tea blend. I've got now a few tea blends that I've got. The one is a Mariana tea blend. And from there, I said to myself, I need something else. But that was before my tea blend started off with just mint and lavender and rooibos. And I felt there was something missing. Every time I drink it, I said, I want something else in it. And I asked my one mentor person that I work with by doing training. And I said, Gerard, I need something. I need a plant. I'm missing a plant and I'm looking for it. Not knowing that he actually knew what the plant was. I sat and discussed it with him. And as he drove out, he had a little green car. Now you see the green on the background. That color was his car. And he drove out by the gate and he stopped and he looked out he hanged out of the window and he said to me, Mariana, go Google Moringa. Because before that he said, I must grow cannabis. I said, no, it's illegal in South Africa. I can't do it. Then what he did is he actually said to me, Google Moringa. He put foot and he's off the farm. And I walked back into the house and I said, Moringa, Moringa, Moringa. So I took my phone, I started Google, and I was surprised. The very next week, I ordered my Moringa seeds from Malawi because that's where I Googled and I found someone that was selling online. About 3 weeks later, I had my seeds. I knew nothing about Moringa. I started planting my seeds. They came up. I put it in soil bags. I was surprised because afterwards, I don't know how I did it. And I connected with Africa Moringa Hub very soon after that. And I took part in a competition, a recipe competition, because recipes are part of my life. And I like developing food products. And it was an amazing journey from there. From there, I realized that this is my journey. This is my life. This is where I'm going to be. I knew my dots have been connected. I understood my journey. And I can't tell you how wonderful it is when you know what your purpose in this life is, and to reach it through your experience, your whatever you've learned, what you've done in the past in your life. It will bring you to your journey, your real meaning, what you need to do. And it's extremely fulfilling. And then I can say it's now 9 years that I am involved in Moringa, and I've never looked back. It's always been voluntary. So I've done a lot of volunteer work, and my main thing was always just to make sure that I've got data on my phone. So what happened is I joined Joshua and Bernadette and Jeanette with Africa Moringa Hub, and I've always been helping out, moderating, and I was always willing. I'm a very, very willing soul when it comes to Moringa. And one day I was on a Facebook page called Growing Moringa Trees. And the original owner stepped in and he said, one day he said, I can't handle this anymore. There was about 300 members on the page. And he said, can someone just please take this page over? Who's interested in doing it? I put my finger in it and I said, yes, I'm doing it. I'm willing. I will take it over. Now, currently, I've got over 17,000 viewers on it. Not all is always active, but I'm sure they do get the message out there. And this is my message today, is to be active and to be visual out there, to have a brand and a name. You can push it out there. And it's very important, even if you look just at Moringa at itself. If you look at just branding your products and all that, I've learned so much the past 9 years through with Moringa. So while I was on this group, Dr. Leban Serto from India contacted me, and he said to me, Mariana, I feel that you're the right person that must help me to be an assistant and an advisor for planting 10,000 Moringa trees in India. But it's not just planting trees, it's for a mission, a peace mission. And he asked me to assist and help online. I did it. It took days and nights because India's hours are very different to our hours. And I must say, it was just so fantastic, you know, to connect globally further into India and into the peace education section. And we realized he told me that we are using the Moringa tree now for future to teach peace. And since I've been doing it, it's been so easy and so amazing how you get messages across if you do it in a very peaceful way. And the plant, the Moringa plant, is a peace tree. And it was a wonderful experience to plant those 10,000 trees. We're a whole group together. Hemant from Nepal is also part of us. And then he asked me to take the same concept to South Africa. Well, I thought not for minutes. It was seconds. And I said to him, yes, doctor, I'm taking it, but not just to South Africa. I'm taking it to Africa. And a few hours later, I called the Shine Africa campaign. And within a week, I had the logo. You can see it on the screen. I had Shine Africa logo designed. And we've made alterations here and there with it as well. And I've never looked back. Jeanette, you can go to the next screen, please. It started in 2022. Next month, it will be 3 years in my journey. That is a logo, the original logo that I created with a friend of mine that lived on the farm. She has autism, but she's a graphic designer, and she offered. All our work is voluntary. I can't tell you how blessed we are. Ask Joshua, ask Jeanette, ask Bernadette, ask Mr. Banda. There is so many people doing voluntary work. So this logo was designed through volunteer work as well. And I'm very grateful for it, because Shine Africa has really helped for me to encourage a lot of people to plant Moringa trees. And it's not just the peace education, but it does help communities to see it through peace. Jeanette, you can go to the next one, please. An amazing, amazing journey. And with all these colors that Africa is standing so big out in the center, this on the left-hand side was also what she designed for me. And this is how I launched it. I launched it, Shine Africa campaign, not spending any money. I only had data. I had my little bit of equipment, phone to record and all that. I did it in my backyard with some of my furniture from inside my house. We carried it outside. And what I did is I made a whole lot of different meals and desserts, and I laid a table out. I had trees on the table. I had a ribbon that I was cutting and all that. And what message I want to give you is that you do not have to spend money in order to bring messages of hope, and inspiration across there. And Moringa has really helped me to bring a lot of messages out there. I also do training. My academy is called Empower Academy, and I teach and I inspire in rural areas. It's very difficult to teach in rural. So I often use Messenger and WhatsApp to do the training. And all my trainings are always for free. But however, I have done one-on-ones where I did charge and started to charge. And I must say, it's an amazing journey. You can go to the next one. Thanks, Judy. I've also, on the farm, we grow medicinal plants, herbs, and I teach all about it. I've got a little program, the Moringa Ninjas, and what we do there is, this was my story. It's a short version that I've just told you about Shine Africa's story and Moringa. And I'm very grateful also to Joshua, Jeanette, and Bernadette that they allowed me in. And they've always, I can almost say, protected me. And I'm so grateful for that, because it gave me a home. It gave me a place, a platform where I could operate, where I could promote Moringa. We have gone many places, not with Shine Africa, but with Moringa online. We Joshua have traveled. I mean, we've done the Cameroon thing and all that inspired me so much. It was absolutely fantastic. You can go to the next one. Thank you. It is more about inspiring, bringing knowledge across. And there I just want to show you something. Sorry, let me just go on my screen here. You must know your journey in life. If you want to be a humanitarian, if you want to bring a difference in people's lives, you don't always have to give the money. It's like we've been talking in a few of the presentations, it came out about the fishing and the fishing rod. And, you know, that story is a very big story. And this is what we need. And if you want to be a changer, you know, where you want to bring people's mind change into place, you should know how your journey is. And you must vision a very successful journey. And you must bring passion and into the effort, into the passion. You must do collaborations. I've collaborated with many, but I have also closed a few of those collaborations, because I realized people see that you're doing a campaign. They think there's money involved. So the first thing they hang on to you until they see that, you know, they keep asking you for money because they think they're going to get funding. I do not work with funding. I do not work with the money side of it. I work with the inspiring side of it and bring the knowledge across, because I believe if you've got knowledge and you don't transfer it, then you're not doing your work on this earth. So we have got a responsibility to transfer knowledge. And that is what I've always, through Africa Moringa Hub and Shine Africa, has advocated, that we have to bring knowledge across to the people. A lot of people have taken advantage on it. And it is not nice to know that people take advantage of things. We see it, but we keep quiet and we just proceed, and we find other ways of making life a little bit easier for ourselves. And then inspiration and love for humanity. You have to have a heart for it. It's not everybody that can do this kind of work. I'm not saying anything is special about me. I just think that God has chosen me to do these things, and I've accepted to be a willing vehicle. A willing vehicle is, you often find it in life where people are willing to sacrifice, because I promise you this is sacrifice. I sacrifice a lot. It's hard. Sometimes there's tears inside. We don't show it. But yeah, it's a journey. It's part of the journey. And we learn to be, to understand this journey. And it's amazing. There's still lots of laughter. We always smile. We always try to be happy and all that. And you must believe in what you do. And you must also, your daily input must be consistent. I can tell you, I wake up 2 or 3 in the morning. I don't ask, you know, any questions. I just take my phone. If I have the willingness, I read all the messages. I can't tell you how overwhelmed I am and I think Joshua and Jeanette and Bernadette will vouch for it, and any Moringa person will vouch for it, that we are getting overwhelmed with questions, messages, answers, involvement. It is tough. That is very, very tough. I mean, I've got those 17,000 people. My inbox is permanently full. My phone, I've got 3 phones. I had the one, and it keeps overloading, and sometimes I can't even get into WhatsApp. Then I have to, I have to juggle all these photos that people are sending, and I'm so grateful because just for the interest's sake, I do not even think this every day. What can I post? I'm overwhelmed with information. It just comes to me. People send me, I open my phone on wherever, and there's information I can use to post, to bring across to humanity. And that is the blessing in the end of the day, when you are a prepared vehicle to work in a specific sphere. And I've chosen to work in Moringa. And I've been very blessed throughout all of this. Not financially, I'm blessed. I've never had a day of terrible things, but I have. I've gone through everything, but I think that is other, challenges. I mean, I've been hijacked, I've been raped, I've been poisoned, I've had 3 times COVID. At the moment, I'm sitting with a condition where my taste and my smell has come back, but now the smell is an overactiveness, and I'm trying to correct it with Moringa. So we'll see in a week's time what has happened with the Moringa oil. I feel a difference. I feel it slowly getting better. Everything smells like a very strong acid paint, like the paint that it doesn't matter what I eat or what I smell. If it's good or bad smell, everything smells the same. So it's a condition. I'm dealing with it, and I was very sick just before this, before the summit, but we are here, we're smiling, we're doing our work, and we dedicated. And remember, again, it's a daily input and consistency. You can go to the next slide. Thanks, Jeanette. Okay, there you can see we bringing messages across on Africa Moringa Hub through Shine Africa about knowledge, understanding, visiting, some farmers, are developing some products, understanding products, labeling and all that. You can go to the next one. Thanks. You see even on the left-hand side, you can see the roots. We learn, we teach, and we understand. So whatever we've gone through the past 2 days, that is part of my life every single day. Even Joshua and everybody else that works with Moringa, that is our journey. And next one is just that it's very interesting, to work with it in this way. Then what we do is, you will see there on the left-hand side, Clement was on yesterday. And Clement, that was one of Africa Moringa Hub's, presentations. And I say, why organic and natural awareness is the earth needs healing. And through Moringa, it is easy to transfer the knowledge and the understanding to fix it. Eva was, even this morning, she was saying that that's what we need to fix, the soils and all that. We need to fix the water. We need to fix carbon sequestration. We need to fix our plants, our roots. So the atmosphere. Yeah, so it's just interesting to see how the dots have connected, and how Moringa has been all the time surrounded, it's all connected together. And you can go to the next slide, Jeanette. Now I'm going to tell you all about I'm busy with the Moringa recipe book, and Bernadette is my inspiration for Moringa, Africa Moringa. We've been talking about a book, and now my Moringa Ninjas and Empowers, it's got something together, because I've been posting a lot, making up these, you see on the right-hand side, healthy Moringa smoothie. So I just put a few ingredients together so people can start exploring, expanding and all that. I've got a little bring a global awareness through peace education, but through that also my Moringa Ninjas are little kids that are involved in the communities. And the moment you talk about Moringa Ninja, these kids are getting so excited. So I'm actually launching soon. I'm launching the Moringa's Ninjas Club. And that's going to be a global club. And that might bring in a little bit of funding. And that funding I want to put back into action for Moringa awareness. And on the left-hand side, you'll see I've got my little Moringa fairy. And the Moringa fairy is also part of a Moringa story that we are busy writing. I've had a few people that had input. That little fairy was designed by Valerio Held, and he is from Venice, but he is a Disney cartoon designer. So I'm very fortunate. He also did that for me. He didn't charge me for that. And he said, no, it doesn't matter. He will do it, gratefully. Once we do the movie and the book, then we will, we will put the value, to that, into that. And you will just see there is different logos of Empower, Moringa Ninjas. It's all connected to Shine Africa. It's a Moringa Ninjas teach our children health and green thinking. And I've got Mariana Bella as a brand that I've developed as well. Grow for Health, Moringa Ninjas. You can see branding, how important branding and logos are. So I'm doing all this through Shine Africa as well, because they're all connected, because that brings messages across. And I think it makes people think a little bit. Think of how can they use and create an order to bring awareness and brand awareness. And I'm always trying to push the green wave along. Next one, please, Jeanette. So don't think that you have to do this kind of work. There are certain people of us that are doing this naturally, and we enjoy doing it. It's like playing out in a movie. We're acting everything out. We're bringing the messages. We're always excited about what we do. On the left-hand side is one of our Moringa growers. We connect. The main thing is collaboration. Cluster farming, collaboration. You must bring all those things together. We teach it. We teach that you have to put things into action. Meet each other. Interact with each other. There's Nicole Chanda. She's in a wheelchair. She's one of Africa Moringa Hub people. Siakale is on the left-hand side. She plants trees in West Africa. In the middle, you'll see my dentist. I've been going for 28 years to the same dentist in Potchefstroom. And I gave him seed. I gave him a tree. Now, you'll see on the right-hand side is his tree, planted it at his practice. Him and his wife and his son are all three dentists. He planted a Moringa tree, and he was very passionate about it. He recovered on the right-hand side. He recovered from COVID. He was in ICU for 3 months, and he was nearly a dead man. And he realized that he still got work to do in this earth. And he's very passionate about his tree. So he always, whenever I go there, he talks about, the Moringa tree. And can you imagine how many stories he has told to how many patients? I know Heman does the same thing. Heman goes around Nepal to governments, teachers, doctors, wherever, businesses, and he hands out little trees. And this is something that we've been doing, and it's very interesting because those are little stories that escalates the green thing, because you don't, in the end, just talk about a Moringa tree. You might end up talking about the value of it. How do you trim it? How do you, how does the roots look? You can grow it in a pot. Oh, then the root system must be suitable for it. You see, so it encourages discussions. And discussions is what we need. We need that, like Nicole Chanda. I mean, she's in a wheelchair. She had, AIDS. So the problem is she used Moringa, and now she's even, she's alive. She's, working. She's farming now. She's planted tomatoes and all kinds of other veg, and plus a Moringa, journey. She makes soaps and all kinds of beauty products, hair products. And it's all these discussions through our little stories that we bring across about awareness. And that Shine Africa does I think I do it very well, and I'm proud of what I'm doing. And thanks to Dr. Levan Serto and to Africa Moringa Hub, that has opened the doors, you know, to that. And I'm very, very grateful for it. Next one, Jenny. Okay, there you will see on the left-hand side me cooking. You must never be shy to bring across the messages. You'll see in the center, I've got ready, and I use my little cartoon there to implement, you know, Moringa recipes. I use it a lot locally as well with, I've got little booklets, you know, with recipes, sheets in it. And on the right-hand side, the children that are harvesting the Moringa, there's intercropping there with that Moringa field. That's also in West Africa. And so when you post these photos, people start talking about it. Even say, let's cook, you know, on the wooden spoon. So people can see, oh, Moringa, let's cook. Oh, you can cook with Moringa. So it brings discussions and awareness across. Next one, please, Jeanette. Okay, on the left-hand side is my Moringa tea advert. That was also Gerard who designed it for me. I get a lot of these blessings in life. One day he just sent me this photo and he said to me, I designed something for you because I wanted to do something. He was studying graphic something or photography or something he was studying. And he said, I did it in one of my practicals, but I thought I'll give it to you as a present. So I said, thank you, Gerard. That's so beautiful. So that's where we get blessed. And that was nothing I designed. He did it all. He had all my information, and yeah, he gave it to me as a gift. So we are blessed in other ways, and it's not always financial blessings. We must look at life a little bit different. And Moringa has taught me that a lot. In a center, it was coincidentally, I've got Empower. I wanted to make a drink, and I'm still got my drink that's going to be developed, and I hope it gets developed soon. And with the previous Moringa Symposium that was in Pretoria, I think it was 2018 or 2019, there was a German company that works in Africa with Moringa as well. And you will see the tin and the container is a Moringa drink that they manufacture, but they are from Germany or Sweden, and I think it gets made in Germany or Sweden. And I thought it goes so well with my whole, you know, Moringa growing, you know, it was growing for health, the Moringa Empower. And yeah, so we can always bring other people's things into our stuff, and it brings a message across. It encourages, it gives power, you know, to life. It gives power to involvement, knowledge. Yesterday we spoke about it. Please involve each other. Bring the messages across. Let's start working together. I mean, we really need to do a lot. And on the right-hand side, the girl also designed for me that. We put it in place with all the countries, how many trees we wanted to plant. And I must say, I planted many trees. I actually stopped counting because we hand out seeds, we sell seeds, and we encourage planting, but it's through logos, messages, Facebook posts, many ways. Other people copy it, they get excited about it. Next one, please. Thanks, Janine. I love designing logo. It's my life. I've always enjoyed bringing new things. That is my one logo, Moringa Grow for Health. We made it alive. It was when we had the World Games in South Africa, and it was, you know, go for gold. And I actually designed that because of I think it was rugby or soccer or something that was on at that time. And that is why I designed it like that. And it came out beautiful, and I'm still using it all the time. On the left-hand side, thank you for my appreciation certificate in 2022. Joshua, Bernadette, and Jeanette. Thank you for that graphic. I often use it, but thank you very much. In the middle is a recipe for Moringa hummus. Now, what I do often to develop my little recipes, I go to something that is easy, that you can teach children to do, housewives, and something that they might have in the house in order to make their little recipe. And we've had complicated recipes as well. India's recipes is always about the drumsticks in the soups or the, whatever they do. And we are more Western, so we like snacks and, tapas and things like that. So we enjoy that kind of thing, dips and all that. So it's very interesting to see how the different eating habits, across the globe. So I've been starting to collect a lot of things. Are you saying something, Daniel? I don't know. I just saw some message come up there. Jeanette, is there a message? Can you all hear me?
Yeah, Mariana, we can hear you. It's very clear from our end. It's good.
Okay. Now I just saw something about signal, so I wasn't sure if it's my signal. Okay, and then on the right-hand side, it was another live presentation through Africa Moringa Hub, and that was Eat and Plant Moringa through one of the years that we had there. Go to the next one, please, Jeanette. Now, on the next one, you'll see I even had 2 volunteers. We were talking once about bringing volunteers to Moringa farms. And I think Joshua will recall it, and Hemant and all that. We discussed it and we said we must bring, open up our Moringa farms and bring international people across. So Charles, in the middle photo is Charles, and on the right is Anna. Now, Anna is from Zimbabwe, and she worked on Moringa farms in South Africa, and Charles studied at the Agriculture Institute of Zambia Institute of Agriculture at Dr. Kapembwa, Christopher Kapembwa. I think someone, I don't know if some of you might know Dr. Christopher. And Charles phoned me the one day. He followed me on Facebook. He phoned me up the one day and he said, "Can I come and work on your farm for a little while?" I said, "Yeah, of course you can, but I can't afford to bring you to South Africa, but I'll pay you when you come here, for the days that you work, and you must just find your own way here." And he phoned me a week later and he said to me, "I'm on my way." That was just between Christmas and New Year. So Charles arrived on the farm and he spent 4 months on the farm. And then he returned back, inspired, back to Zambia. And now he's currently, working as an agriculture, person in the country there. And I'll bring him back to the farm again sometime in the future. Dr. Christopher also, we're opening up another channel for some of his students. He's got lovely students. They grow moringa and plant moringa, feed moringa he's a pastor as well, and he feeds, to his the children that stays there, the school and all that. And they are now in full capacity of feeding, all the community and all that through whatever they are planting. And he's looking also for opportunities for bringing, the students to different countries. So if any of you are interested, that is a field that we need to tap into. And Shine Africa is actually pushing hard for it to see, can we do it? How can we do it? What are we going to do? Now, on the right-hand side is just to show you that how you can design a card or a picture with everything you're doing. You'll see on the left-hand side is the seeds that was planted. Moringa seedlings are coming up. There's little messages that are put in for the youngsters to understand. My students are from the age of 18 months and older. I work from the age of 18 months with the little kids, and it's amazing how much they learn about seeds and understand a little bit of agriculture. Then I've got my a pack of leaflets there. I've got my Shine Africa logo there. I've got the Moringa Grow for Health logo. I've got my other Mariana Price logo. I've got my Moringa, the green gold one in there. I've got the Africa Moringa Hub one in there. And at one stage I was doing work with Farmers Pride International. But that just gives you an idea of how we promote and how we bring things across. Here on the live Zoom presentation, Shine Africa, I'll always bring my logos in, because that is awareness. Because when people see you are connected, the dots with like Africa Moringa Hub, Shine Africa, Moringa Love, love, the love for Moringa, all that are connected. It brings consistency. It brings security, where people feel of a belonging. They know that it's not just a quick thing. It's people that have collaborated, and your logo speaks wonders out there. So start making use of it. It's very powerful. You'll see AJ is also there in the one photo with his Moringa trees in South Africa. Then we have also another field. It was Henda, my friend Henda. She is in fertilizers, in organic fertilizers. We were talking about bricks and Moringa, because you need to bring the bricks count up on your plants. And that was a very interesting and a lovely conversation. The other young man in the bottom is also a student from the Zambia Agriculture Institute. Next slide, please, Jeanette. It's all about awareness and health and understanding of what is good. And you'll see there's some of the Moringa ninjas on the left-hand side. There's an older man on the left-hand side. He's a father that wanted one day to come with to see what I do with the children. So he was, and I allowed him to come with us to the farm to come and learn. We always take photos. Like I said, sense of belonging, sense of understanding. If they see the photo, people recognize and say, okay, fine, Shine Africa is doing this. Kids, people, we are networking, we are workshopping, we do workshops. When the kids come, I don't have money, I don't have funding, so I don't have money to spend. I use my little posters all the time. Look at the little sweeties I put for them. So I don't give them hands full. We give them one stick. If there's more left over, then we give them another stick. I put juice in make it like a Moringa tea, juice with Moringa tea, and I mix it, and each one get a cup of tea. So it doesn't cost me a lot, but we teach them all about seed, all about understanding of planting, nutrition, soil health, tools. We teach them all about what tools can you use. So those are little things that's important to teach. And Shine Africa is doing all of that as well. Next one, please, Jeanette. You will see there's another one where you will see on the one side is where Bronchi is working on lives on a neighboring farm. I taught him how to work with the children as well. You'll see the little ones sitting in the chairs. I've got a lot of these chairs. I bring them to the farm. We teach them, show them, and we make it like a fun party day. Maybe on a Friday afternoon or in a holiday time, and I work with them like that. But the logos are always there. We're always promoting Shine Africa and Moringa, and we're always excited about it. Next one. Thanks, Jeanette. Okay, there you'll see on the farm, we have collaborated also with the German company. And what they do on the farm, they come in and they train young people up from the communities how to have backyard gardening. I always make sure they understand Moringa. Moringa has always been attached to it. They get Moringa tea, they get seeds, and they understand Moringa. And I also let some of them sell some Moringa products, even if it's just a little packets of powder, little packets of capsules, little containers of these roll-on oils. But we always have in my tea as well. So they're selling it. I've got a lot of people that just sell I don't make a lot of money out of it, but it helps me to buy data. At least I can buy, I can drive and I can have data available. And on the right-hand side, you'll see they stay positive, plant Moringa trees. Moringa helps with global issues. And that is where the peace part comes in. You must trust and believe always in all you do. So whatever you do and whatever mission you're on, you must be positive and understand what you are doing. Next one, please, Jeanette. Then we come to Global Moringa Day celebration. What happened there is last year, I'm very much in contact with Arthur and them, but with Professor Sherafalden from the ISHS. I often speak to him from Egypt. And I also met him with the other doctors at the symposium in Pretoria. And while I met them, we always discuss Moringa, what's happening globally, what is new, like with Dr. Newton, with Dr. Manny Palada. I'm in a constant contact with them all the time. I follow them as well on Facebook, make sure, that we keep the communication open. Also, they write books, they write a lot of blogs and things, and I always try and post on their work. I always, that was a New Year one that I just said, celebrate Moringa, shine, encourage Africa. You see how you can shine. You can, and when people hear the word shine, they just automatically start smiling. And it's been very encouraging. Then what happened last year, because I was in contact with him, I'm on the WhatsApp group as well from the ISHS. They mentioned that Dr. Sherafalden suggested that they bring in the 14th of September as a global celebration day for Moringa, but they need to get it officially done through the, they have to get it officially done. Then I said to them, but it's not, it's going to take a long time because it's the whole world has got to apply through different government departments like agriculture or something. And I said, well, let's start celebrating. And I spoke to Joshua as well. I said to him, we're going to do this and we can have the 14th and have a 2-hour online. And Africa Moringa platform was available to do it. I organized with my friend that we had open sessions. And I started collecting then logos from across the globe. And you can see there's 3 pages full of different Moringa logos. So again, the dots are connecting. And some of those logos are people that we are working with all the time through Moringa. Next one, please, Jeanette. Was that the last one? Sorry. So what we've done is we've created an awareness campaign. We've connected with a lot of people. Sorry, that was the last one. It is an exciting journey. Now, Saturday, this coming Saturday, we're having again the celebrating Moringa Day. We are going to celebrate on with Africa Moringa Hub. We're going to have a session on Saturday. We're still busy organizing because of the summit. We said we'll put it all, out there tomorrow. And we are so connected that people will join in very quickly and easily. And there is also the one from ISHS. Joshua and myself are going on to their celebration. They've got a radio, connections, talks, and celebration. So tonight and tomorrow we will, conclude on that, how we're going to do that one. But we already committed to that. And I've also got the French people in West Africa and an organization there from Mr. Diakite. And I'm going to have a talk to them as well. I'll do it in English and he will present it to them in French. So there's a lot of things happening, and I think it's just going to grow bigger and bigger and bigger. And I'm really enjoying what I do with my campaigns. And I'm saying thank you to Dr. Leban Serto as well, that he actually encouraged me a lot. He's a mentor of mine. And I often visit the Gandhi Center in Durban. And I've worked with the children in the area there. I've planted trees around there with the children and at the Gandhi Center as well. So India and the Gandhi Center is very much connected. And I work with Ella Gandhi. She is the granddaughter of Mahatma Gandhi. And yeah, so it's a very, very interesting journey. And I know what my mission is. And I'm focused. And Joshua, Jeanette, and Bernadette knows exactly, you know, my mission. And thank you very much. Yeah, that's concluding.
All right. Thank you, Mariana, for that powerful presentation. I don't know whether you remember, I've been always following you on your Facebook page and engaging you. And I know you communicate with many people, but I tried communicating with
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you for that.
Yes,
Nice
I know.
Yeah.
It's very exciting. But thanks to Africa Moringa Hub. Thank you.